In this video, I will show you a profitable strategy that is all based on three indicators: the weighted moving average, the Bollinger Bands, and RSI. If you watch my channel, you already know that I always test my strategies in MT4 with 99.9% tick data with variable spread. Now that you know this, let's start the video. You will need a weighted moving average, a Bollinger Bands and RSI to your chart. Now I will show you example trades in TradingView, and then at the end of the video I will show you the real statistics that I got from my backtest in MT4 with 99.9% tick data. So what are our buy entry rules? Our buy entry rules are the following. We will need one VMA, that is one period, and we will need a Bollinger Bands with a deviation of 2, a period of 30, and we will be watching the middle line. And the rule, the condition, the first condition is the following. When the VMA crosses above the Bollinger Bands middle line, it is our first condition. So the 1 period weighted moving average should cross above the 2 deviation and 30 period middle line of the Bollinger Bands. And we have a second confirmation condition, and we will need a 30 period RSI for this condition. You might think, why we are using such strange numbers as periods? And it is because if you want to be profitable in these markets, you can't use the same exact periods that everybody else is using. You won't be profitable if you do that. This is why you should always use a period, even if you are trading with a simple RSI or moving average strategy that is unique to your style and unique to your personality, because trading is all about finding your balance between your daily life and trading, and it is one of the keys to stay consistent on a long term. Basically, we have two conditions. I tell it to you so you can write it down. And so first condition, when the 1 period VMA cross is above the 2 deviation and 30 period Bollinger Bands middle line, and our second and confirmation condition is that when the 30 period RSI is above 49. These are our conditions for the buy entry rules. I highly encourage you to follow both of the conditions and also the exit conditions as well, because I've seen so many traders just they can't keep their own rules, and the problem is that they blow their accounts. And I just started a challenge where I live trade with $100 to show that it is possible without scalpers, without dangerous martingale and greed EAs, and it is possible with real medium or long-term trading and real money management with better than 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. It is absolutely possible even with $100. You just have to be very disciplined to do it. Now, what are our buy exit rules? What are the exit rules? The exit rules are just a strategy, just like the entry strategy. And most traders don't even know about it. They know about stop loss and take profit, but they don't know how important it is to have a good exit strategy. And in my opinion, and based on all my backtests, that is thousands, um, exit strategies are a little bit more important. So they are even more important than entry strategies, because if you have a great trade but you don't have a great exit plan, you will fail. And if you have a pretty bad trade but you have a great exit plan, you have the possibility and probability to still be profitable. And this is the power of a good exit strategy. Now, let's see. The buy exit strategy is really simple. We have 3 rules. The first rule is that after the entry of the trade, you have to wait 510 minutes after the entry, and before that time, you can't even search for the exit rule to be fulfilled. You have to wait it out. You don't even, I would recommend to don't even look at your charts before 510 minutes have passed. And it is so important because many traders can't follow this rule, and actually this is the rule that shows tens of percents of reduced risk and increased profits in all the tests that I did and in real life as well. The second rule is that you should have a 90 pips stop loss on every trade you take ever with this strategy. And it is very important to have this safety stop loss to manage your risk properly, even in a crash or crisis, because I see traders blow their accounts everywhere, and it is so sad to see. And if they would have a stop loss, their life savings, their houses, they are in debt because of trading. This is not normal. With a single stop loss, you can stop that. So the third rule is that you should have, the third rule is the actual exit strategy with 2 indicators, weighted moving average and Bollinger Bands. Now, the rule is that when a 1 period weighted moving average crosses above a Bollinger Bands, that is 2 deviation and 20 period, the weighted moving average has to cross above the upper band of this particular Bollinger Band, and then you can close the trade, but just if the 510 minutes passed after the entry of the trade. I hope you understand it well, because now we will take a look at the sell trades. Let's take a look at the sell trades. Now you already know the basics of the strategy, so I don't have to tell you all the details from the beginning. Let's just jump into it. As you see it on the chart, we have the same indicators as we did with the buy trades. So weighted moving averages, the Bollinger Bands, and RSI. And let's start with the sell entry rules. We will need 1 VMA, that is 1 period. Then we will need 1 Bollinger Bands, that is 2 deviation and 10 period, and we will be looking at the middle line. Then we will need 1 RSI with a period of 30. So put those on the chart and I show you the strategy. So we take a buy trade when the weighted moving average crosses below the Bollinger Bands middle line, and it is our first condition to take the trade. We have a confirmation condition with the RSI, and it is very important to follow both rules and don't take the trade based on just the first condition. Wait until the confirmation is fulfilled. So when the 30 period RSI is below 52, then your second and confirmation condition is checked as well. I tell it to you one more time. When the 1 period weighted moving average crosses below the 2 deviation and 10 period Bollinger Bands middle line and the 30 period RSI is below 52, you can take a sell trade. Now, what are the exit rules? The exit rules are really similar to our buy exit rules, so you are already familiar with the structure. Of course, at the end of this video, I will show you the real statistics of this strategy, and I will explain why it has an edge over the markets and how you can actually use a strategy that is not too complex and doesn't use martingale, grid, hedge, and scalping techniques, and you can be profitable. If you are interested in my live trading account with $100 where I trade with conservative strategies and grow the account, you can check it in the description. So our first rule is for the sell exit is that you should wait 510 minutes after the entry. It is the same as with the buy exit. Then we have a 90 pips stop loss as our safety net. So as if a crash or crisis would happen, you want something that stops your trade to blow your entire account basically. So every trade that you take with this strategy, use a 90 pip safety stop loss. Now let's continue with the sell exit condition. It is the same kind of structure that we used with the buy exit condition. So we have a simple exit rule, and that is that when a 1 period weighted moving average crosses below a Bollinger Bands lower line, that is 2 deviation and 60 period, then we can close our trade. But just if the 510 minutes passed after the entry, it is really important. If it happens before that, you don't do anything. You don't close the trade, because then you lower your probability, and you don't want to lower your probability to win and your risk to reward ratio, of course. I tell you one more time, we will need a weighted moving average that is 1 period, and we will need a Bollinger Bands that is 2 deviation and 60 period, and we will use the lower line. And when the VMA crosses below the Bollinger Bands, you close the trade. It is that simple. Now I show you the actual numbers from the test, and I explain it to you. And this test was done on the EUUSD 30-minute chart. As you see, it is a very stable growth. It is not crazy growth, of course, because I don't like unlikely to happen lottery like results. I like stable results that can be done over and over again. And this is why when I see this kind of statistics, I am very happy. And it is because we have an almost 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. We have a largest profitable trade that is more than double the amount of the largest loss trade. This is not something that many traders can say about their strategies, because most of the time their largest loss trade is 10 times as their largest profitable trade, because they just want to grab some little profit and run, and they react emotionally, and it is not good if you want to be profitable. Our profitable trades are almost 80%. and that is insane because we have an almost 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. So with a better than 70% win rate, it is crazy good, and I will run this strategy on a live account, and we will see how it works. And I'm really excited about that because I decided to run my favorite strategies on live accounts and share them with you. The first is the one that you can find in the description of the video. We have a really low drawdown, of course, because that is key to have a low drawdown if you want to apply to a prop firm or just want to trade for yourself, but you don't want crazy drawdowns and like crazy losses, because that is not good for your emotions. Then it is crucial. Our average consecutive wins are 4 and losses are just 1. That is great as well. And our maximal consecutive profitable trades are 5 and consecutive losses are just 1. It is a strategy that, in my opinion, has great potential, and we will see how it works on the live account. And I recommend to just try it out for yourself and tell me in the comments how it worked, and improve if you want to, and just share. Maybe you can share the additional features that you added to it to make it better. I just want to share these strategies so you can apply some of the things to your strategies and try them out and combine them maybe. So I just want to provide strategies with all kind of indicators, and strategies that are not scalper strategies and greed or martingale strategies, but real old school ones. It is my mission, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Yeah, see you in the next video.